Okay guys, I had a few questions from my last alignment video, which was pretty brief. I touched on using the toe alignment plates to get an idea of how much toe is in a car. These things here, so I use this as a tool to measure toe. One thing these don't do though is they don't give a center line. They're not good for centering an alignment, so the only way to really ensure the car is square, or get the alignment to a square position so each side of the car is the same, is to use string line. In fact, there are other ways to do it, but if you're at home and you just want to be able to get the car square, so you've got a baseline to start from, and then you can start using things like those plates there, then using a string line is a real cheap and easy way to do what's needed. I'm just going to go over it really quickly, how to do it. Very simple. Ensure you've got two bars like this, exactly the same bar, exact same length, and the measurement we really need to worry about is just ensuring that this piece of string, I've cut a groove into here, and the distance between that groove over there and the groove here is the same as the bar on the front. So ensuring that the rear one has the same distance between here and here, so you've got two symmetrical bars. And in fact, these bars are just off my trailer. These are the tire rack bars, so kind of handy because you can take this to the track, don't have to cart around big long alloy bars. I can just use these multi-purpose, which is good. So that's the first thing. Basically, once you've got that, just obviously put them on axle stands or whatever, just get them up off the ground. And the second thing is ensuring the distance between the string line and a point of the car that you know is symmetrical on each side of the car. So take a measurement between this and the string line on this side of the car. So it's like 297, 296. So go to the other side of the car, ensure that it's square over here. 296, 297. Sweet, that's about square. And then do the same on the front. The key to this though is ensuring that you know that those points in the car are actually square. So if you've got like one lower control arm that's longer than the other lower control arm, then it may throw all this off. So in my case, I can never be 100% sure everything's square, but I know that I've measured the lower control arms. I know that the head of the axles doesn't protrude more on one side of the car than the other side, so I can basically assume, or I have been assuming, that the car is square using the measurements. On the front, I'm just using the hub as well, so I'm just going into here using the hub thread kind of thing, or bolt, and then I'm just measuring it up to here, so ensuring that the distance between here and here is the same on both sides. And then you can assume, well, you can basically know, assuming that the car is square, and then you've got the measurements the same on that side and the same on that side, then you can basically say that the string line is square to the car now. And then it becomes real easy, because all you need to do is just come back to the back of the car and measure your toe. So let's have a look. This should roughly be about 10 mil toe in. We did a string line on a friend's setup before the last track day, which was Summer Bash, and the car was set up to about 10 mil toe in each side roughly. So let's have a look now. So if I'm just going to measure from there to here, so it's 143 millimeters at the rear, it's 153 millimeters at the front. So if you subtract 143 from 153, you're left with 10 mil. So that's what it should be. So that's how we can do a toe alignment on the car, just using string line, just using stuff you got in your garage. Another good thing to be able to do is get comfortable with using your eyes when aligning a car. So I've just measured this before, this wheel here. This is 10mm toe out. This is 25mm toe out. Okay, so let's just have a look with our eye and see what that actually looks like. Maybe hard to see on camera, but for me, I can see that that wheel's aiming out quite a lot, and that looks to me about like what 25mm is. Second one over here, that's aiming much squarer or much straighter, and that's a 10mm toe out. So yeah, basically know that this, the other side of the car is, so basically know that this side of the car's got too much toe, 25mm. I'm going to dial that back to probably, I'm going to try some less aggressive toe setups now. I'm going to dial that back to about 10mm, and to match this side. So between 10 and 12mm each side, so between 20 and 25mm total. And that's how you do your string alignments. Once you've got that baseline, it's good to just grab a plate, a set of these plates or something similar, make your own or do whatever you need to do. These plates go on the outer edge of the wheel like that. Get another one for the other side. So we know that that wheel's 25mm, we know that that wheel's 10mm, so it should be about 35mm toe out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get tape measures, and I'm going to measure with the tape measures and ensure that the number we see using tape measures and these plates is the same. Okay, so I've just put the tape measures between the car to the other side, so it's just measuring the outer side, the front edge of the tyre and the back edge, and then it comes back to here. What I'm going to do is just pull these tape measures tight, which I'll do with my foot down here somehow, and get that measurement, which is 1982. 1983 and 2019. So 2019 minus 1983, I said using my calculator, is 36mm, which is the same measurement that we, very similar, I think we got about 35mm by using the tape measure on the string line. So we can basically say that what we're doing now is accurate. We're getting the same measurements using the string line and these plates. Now this is, once you've got the baseline, like we've got right now, we know that we've got 35mm toe, even though the car's not correct, I need to change it, but just assume we did, and we went to the racetrack. All we need to do is take these plates with us, just like that, and if you want to try add some more toe out, all you need to do is just get the rack end and just rotate, or the tie rod, just turn the tie rod a bit, you can see that under there, turn the tie rod end, half a turn for example, do the same on each side, half a turn on this side, half a turn on that side, and you can basically assume that when you do a turn on each side of the car, it will be square, so one turn may add 4mm toe out, for example. So if you did that on each side of the car, you're going to add another 4mm toe out. Once you've got that toe out, then just use these plates again to measure what toe you got, and until you find something that you like, and then you can just write that down and say, hey look, I've got, this is my setting, I like on this track, I've got 30mm toe out, for example. And it's really easy. You can basically just go to the track with tape measures only and these plates only, and good to go. The other thing is, you should, lastly, to make things fast, ensure that you write down the measurement between here and here, and also on the rear, there and there. So next time you go to do the string line, you know exactly what it needs to be. So you can simply go, 29.6, 296mm from there to there on both sides of the car on the front, and let's say 350mm on the rear, whatever it is. And you can just set up the string line really quickly. You know the car's square, and you're good to go. So yeah, that should hopefully help some people with doing fast alignments at the track. I know my last video sort of touched on just using this, but obviously just using that, it's difficult to get the car to be center. So yeah, combination of string line at the start and then just using that from there on gets the job done.